Hey guys, my name's I Heals You Good. I am a disc priest on Silver Moon. Today I'm going to talk about being a disc priest and doing PvP. I'm going to start off talking about the talents, then the spells, and then Healbot. This is my spec. There are many specs, but this one is mine. I'm gonna start off with some stuff that you need, some stuff that you can give or take. First one's going to be improved power word shield. This one you need. Power word shield is going to be one of your main spells. That's Disc Priest. Twin disciplines you can give or take. It gives you a little bit more healing. Some people like to put points elsewhere. I like this just because it gives you a little bit more healing. Mental agility is going to be something that you do want to take. It lowers the cost of spells, and with priest, mana is an issue. We are going to skip these two. For PvP, you're not going to be smite healing, and putting points here is a waste. Inner Sanctum, you're going to want to take this. Inner Fire and Inner Will are going to be two buffs that you're going to be switching back and forth through, depending on whether you're being attacked or whether or not you're just healing. Soul Warding is a must. Any Disc Priest, whether you're PvP healing or raid healing, you're going to have this. It decreases the cooldown of your power word shield, where you can essentially just shield everybody up. There's not a cooldown on it at all, except for a global cooldown. Renewed Hope, I take this. Power Infusion, this is going to be another one that some people don't take and some people do. I take it just because if you're running with any type of caster, or even if you're trying to get mana burns off or anything, you can use this and it'll speed up the cast time. It's good for if you have a lock or a boomy or something like that, and they're going to go through the rotation and try to blow somebody up. This just speeds up a little bit for them. You don't put points in Atonement because, as I said before, we're not going to be smite healing. So points here would be a waste of time. Inner Focus is another one that some people use and some people don't. Personally, I like it, but if it's not going to be one of the things that you remember to use just about every time it's up, then it's a waste. Essentially, it's a free flash heal every 45 seconds. Rupture, put points here. Anytime somebody busts through your shield, it's going to give you mana back. At some point you're hoping people bust through your shield to get mana back. Borrowed Time, you're going to want to put points here. Get you 14% spell haste, which is amazing if you're trying to get off a fast cast. If somebody's getting pounded on, you shield them, then a flash heal. Your flash heals, right around a second. Don't put points in Reflective Shield. It would be good if it worked on everybody, but Reflective Shield only works when you shield yourself. I don't put points in Strength of Soul. Divine Aegis is something that you will put points in. Whenever you have a crit heal, it puts a bubble around the person, just a little extra shield on them. Pain Suppression is going to be something that you do want to get. We're going to talk about Pain Suppression here in a little bit whenever I go over the glyphs, but Pain Suppression is one of those save me spells. I don't put points in Train of Thought. You can if you want to. It couples with Inner Focus, where whenever you use a greater heal, if you put 2 points in this, you use greater heal, it'll reduce the cooldown on Inner Focus. So if you're healing with greater heal the whole time, then I would put points into this, but lots of times you're needing a faster heal or something, and this is just a waste of points that you could put elsewhere. Focus Wheel, you're going to want to put on that along with Grace. Powered Barrier is another one of those give and take spells. If you like it, then put points here. If you don't, then don't. In Battlegrounds, It's good when you're guarding a flag. Everybody's fighting on top of the flag, and you get most of your people inside this. In arena, everybody's moving around. It's not that big of a help. I don't find myself casting this in the arena ever. Now I put points in the holy tree. I don't put anything in the shadow tree, but I'll talk about a couple that you might want to. Improve Renew is one that I put points in, just to increase that hot on yourself. Otherwise, you don't really have a hot, and this is just something you can throw on yourself, and it'll negate a little bit of damage you take. Empowered Healing. You're going to be using Flash Heal and Greater Heal a lot. Binding Heal if you're both getting pounded on. So this is a must if you're going to put points in the Holy Tree. Divine Fury, just decrease Greater Heal by half a second. You're not really going to be smiting too much, or Holy Fire or Heal. If you're going offensive, then yes, Smite and Holy Fire. But as PvP, you will never use Heal. If you're using Heal, then they're not taking enough damage and nobody's really attacking you. They're giving you too much time. Greater Heal, half second off that is nice. Desperate Prayer is something that people don't put a lot of points in. It only takes 1 point, but I like it because it's one of those oh shit spells also. It's just an instant heal. It's not as good as Lay on Hands, but it's our little, toned down priest version of it. I put my 1 extra point in Inspiration. You do what you want to with it, really. Now, one thing you might want to do is, if you don't want Desperate Prayer or your point in Inspiration, put some in Shadow. The Spell Haste, you can go up to 3% extra Spell Haste here, and that Spell Haste is always nice for a caster. You're really not going to want to put anything in Improve Shadow Word Pain. Now the Veiled Shadows would be good. Your Shadow Fiend is going to be one of the greatest assets of a priest, so decreasing the cooldown on that is amazing. Now let's talk about the glyphs. As a Disc Priest, Penance is going to be one of your best spells. Essentially, it's 3 heals, 1 instant heal, then the other 2 are channeled. Or it can be a damaging attack. Glyph of Power Word Shield is good. You get a small heal on the person whenever you shield them. As I said before, Renew is good because it's your only hot. Making that heal a little bit more is always good. Glyph of Massive Spell. If you're PvP a lot, then you're trying to spell other people's buffs off them, just like they're doing the same to you. This glyph essentially makes your Massive Spell instant cast. Still a short cast time. Glyph of Desperation. This allows you to use pain suppression while you're stunned. This is going to be your oh shit go-to spell. Whenever you're getting pounded on, you want to use this. It'll decrease the damage you're taking and essentially make them bust their cooldowns for nothing. You can also use this on another party member if you're stunned. Glyph of Inner Fire. I use this glyph here. It makes it where instead of your Inner Fire giving you extra 40% armor, it's going to give you extra 90% armor, which is another good thing if you're being, focus fired. These glyphs here is pretty much just up to you, as with any class. Put what you want to there. It doesn't really matter. Now for your spells, the first one I'm going to talk about is Pain Suppression. It reduces all damage you take by 40%, and that's amazing if people bust their cooldowns on you and are just going to town on you. This will just negate a lot of that damage. If you couple this with your Inner Fire, which is now a 90% armor bonus, then it's going to negate a lot of their damage. The second oh shit spell, like I said, was Desperate Prayer. It's just an instant heal spell for whenever you're getting trained on. Spell that a lot of Disc Priests or priests in general forget about is Divine Helm. You're not really going to use this spell that much But the good thing about the spell is it doesn't have line of sight. As long as your party member's in range, it's going to heal them. In arena, this is amazing if they're on the other side of a column or under the bridge or something like that and you can't see them. This is going to be your only way to heal them. Renew is going to be your hot. Your attacking spells you're going to want to use Smite, Mind Blast, Mind Spike, and Holy Fire. Don't use Smite unless you've already used Mind Blast and Holy Fire, just because these have shorter cast times. Mind Spike, if you're just trying to deal out a good bit of damage really fast, this is a good one. But it does get rid of your dots if you do put dots on them. For dots, we have Shadow Word Pain, Devouring Plague. You also have Shadow Word Death. This is just extra little damage dealer. For your heals, you're going to want to use Flash Heal, Binding Heal, Penance, and Greater Heal. As with any healing class, you have Flash Heal. It's a fast, hard-hitting heal. Binding Heal is for whenever you're getting hit and so is somebody else. So you're not having to choose between either keeping yourself up or keeping somebody else up. This will do both. Penance, it's going to be 3 little heals. The first one being instant, and then it's channeled. So even if you get interrupted, you do get 1 small heal off. It can also deal damage, but if you're going to deal damage, I'd go to your other spells. Greater Heal, it's Greater Heal. Every class has something like that. It heals about as much as Flash Heal, takes a little more time and a little less mana. Your only CC is going to be Psychic Scream. So every 26 seconds you can use it. It's AoE Fear. I like to couple it with my Shadow Fiend. But if everybody's on you, you can use it. Or if your partner's about to go to town on somebody, you can fear off the healer and then mind control him so your partner can kill the DPS, or do that to the DPS so your partner can kill the healer. Power Word Shield is going to be one of your main spells you're going to use. Essentially, the way I look at it is it's a free heal, or an instant heal. Whenever you use it, then you're going to put a 20 to 25k shield around your target. That's going to have to be blown through before they can start dealing damage to their HP. So you get, essentially an instant 25k heal on somebody. Now, Shadow Fiend, this is going to be one of your ways of getting mana back. It's basically a pet. You cast this, and then it attacks a person. As it attacks them, it gives you mana. A lot of people will put Fear Ward on their Shadow Fiend to keep it from being feared. What I like to do is whoever I am attacking with this, I will cast Shadow Fiend and then fear them, so I have a couple seconds of my Shadow Fiend attacking before it can be CC'd. Prayer Mending's good if everybody's getting hit. It's going to bounce, back and forth between people and heal everybody. Fade isn't that good in PvP. It, won't cause people to drop focus on you or anything like that. If a hunter just has his pet attacking you and somebody else kind of has a little aggro on it, then Fade will get the pet off you. But if the pet's just attacking you, nobody's messing with the pet, then it's going to stay on you. Helm of Hope is another thing like Divine Helm. It's channeled, has a long channeling time, but this one gives you mana. These two are some of our only mana spells, which is why priests, run out of mana fairly easy. You like to fear people and then use this, or run away and use this. Prayer Healing, you don't find much use in PvP for that. It's, a couple smaller heals on 5 people. Power word barrier, as I said before, in arena you're not going to find much use for it, but in battlegrounds, standing on the flag or something like that, then it comes in handy. It, will negate a good bit of damage off of people. Holy Nova, it's a small heal, does a little bit of damage also. A waste of mana, only time it's really used is if there's a rogue around stealth somewhere and you're trying to, hit them to knock them out of stealth. Leap of Faith is by far one of my favorite spells in Cataclysm. It yanks a friendly party member to you. I like to do it if your party member's being attacked by several people. You get them out of, the middle of the enemies or whatever. It's good for helping your fellow healers out. A lot of casters don't like for you to use this on them just because it will interrupt their cast because they are moving. One good class to use it on is hunters. As you know, if a hunter being attacked, then it has to be away from somebody before it can shoot them with its bow. So you can pull them out of the midst of everybody. Inner Fire is going to give you increased armor. Also gives you a little bit of spell power, 532. With our gear now, 532 spell power is good, but it's not something that you have to have on you 24/7. The other thing you'll be switching, this for is your inner wheel. It gives you a small speed increase, but what you really want off of this is the decreased mana cost. And the only other spell that we really have that we hadn't covered is Mana Burn. Does what it says. It burns its target's mana. One class that's really good to use this for is Other Priest. I find when you're fighting another priest, whoever starts mana burning first normally wins. Inner Focus, as I said before, essentially a free flash heal every 45 seconds. Alright, that's going to be it for me going over basic priest stuff. I'm going to do a couple PGs and have some videos later, and then maybe some arena. If y'all have any questions, leave a comment, ask me. I'm going to try to get some other classes in here and do it. I can go over Holy, do a disc raid spec if you'd like. But I have several other 85s, and mainly PvP. So if y'all have any other questions or you really want to see a tutorial on another class, just let me know. Alright, thank you. Alright, what were you saying? I was in the middle